Imagine dropping into -40 degrees with a frozen mechanical arm and zero backup. You are standing on the edge of a jagged Siberian ravine, shivering as freezing wind tears through your tactical gear. Your heartbeat slows down to 30 beats per minute. You do not feel the cold because your central nervous system has been forcibly rewired. In 1991, a covert S.H.I.E.L.D monitoring station picked up an unregistered heat signature deep inside the active Siberian tundra. It was not a missile test. It was not a natural geothermal event. It was a black ops breach executed by a single operative who was never supposed to exist on official record. When you look at Bucky Barnes, you see a super soldier with a shiny titanium arm. You see a tragic hero who broke free from decades of psychological conditioning. But inside the classified archives of Hydra, Bucky Barnes was not a hero. He was Asset Zero, a cold-blooded biomechanical human weapon designed to survive environments that would kill a normal human in under 90 seconds. To understand how Bucky survived the Siberia infiltration protocol, you have to look at the extreme biomechanics of extreme cold human survival. When a normal human body enters sub-zero temperatures, your brain instantly panics. Your blood vessels violently constrict to push warm blood toward your vital organs. Your muscles start twitching uncontrollably to generate heat through rapid microcontractions. This is shivering, and it consumes massive amounts of stored cellular energy. Within 15 minutes, your dexterity drops to zero. Within 30 minutes, hypothermia sets in, shutting down your prefrontal cortex. So how did the Winter Soldier navigate 12 miles of frozen mountain terrain without freezing to death? The answer lies inside his altered super soldier physiology. During the Cold War, Hydra scientists injected Bucky with an experimental variant of the Super Soldier Serum. Unlike Steve Rogers, whose serum maximized muscle hypertrophy and metabolic efficiency, Bucky's serum targeted cellular mitochondrial density. Mitochondria are the microscopic powerhouses inside your cells that produce energy. By drastically multiplying mitochondrial count inside brown adipose tissue, Bucky's body became a living biological furnace. His core temperature could remain perfectly stable at 98.6 degrees, even while his skin temperature dropped to freezing levels. But staying warm was only half the battle. The real nightmare of the Siberia Protocol was his mechanical arm. If you attach a massive piece of solid metal to a human shoulder in sub-zero weather, basic thermodynamics will destroy you. Metal is an exceptional thermal conductor. In -40-degree weather, a steel or titanium prosthetic acts as a massive heat sink, rapidly sucking thermal energy directly out of the human torso. Within minutes, the tissue surrounding the surgical attachment points would suffer catastrophic frostbite and necrosis. Hydra solved this thermal nightmare through a counterintuitive engineering trick. The Winter Soldier's arm was not solid metal. It was lined with an internal capillary network circulating a high-density synthetic biofluid. This fluid acted as a thermal buffer, absorbing excess heat generated by his super soldier metabolic core and circulating it directly into the prosthetic joints. This prevented the metal from locking up due to thermal contraction, while simultaneously isolating his chest cavity from deadly conductive heat loss. As Bucky moved through the Siberian facility, he encountered a security breach that forced him to breach a pressurized bulkhead. The sudden explosive decompression dropped the room temperature instantly. A normal soldier would have collapsed from neural shock. Bucky did not even blink. When shock strikes a normal human, the vagus nerve triggers a rapid heart rate drop and blood pressure collapse. But the Winter Soldier's neuro-pathways had been surgically altered through forced electroconvulsive conditioning. His pain receptors were rerouted away from the emotional centers of the brain. When his body sustained severe trauma or freezing cold, his brain did not register suffering. It registered raw, actionable data. This rewired nervous system allowed Bucky to execute complex physical tactical movements with terrifying precision. He cleared the Siberian outpost in under 9 minutes, eliminating all biological threats before his biofluid circulation system reached its operational limit. You think the Winter Soldier is dangerous because of his metal arm or his combat training. But the true terror of Asset Zero was his ability to turn biological agony into pure tactical efficiency. When you drop into -40 degrees with a frozen mechanical arm and zero backup, you realize the cold was never your enemy. You were the coldest thing in the room.